Welcome to the Shore Show. Pat O'Melia here on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights. We missed a year because of the pandemic, but that's behind us now. The boardwalk here in Seaside Heights is fully open. You got all your regular stands, you got new restaurants, you got a cabana club coming. You're seeing pictures of that as we talk. The beach is pristine. My buddy Billy Ramboli has got it as good as you can get a beach. I strongly advise you. Come down to Seaside Heights, whether it's a day trip, overnight, weekend. Come down for the week. There's places to rent overnight for the week, whatever it is. Come on down. I'll see you on the boardwalk. And when we come back, my guest will be the mayor of Seaside Heights, Tony Vaz. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care.
The latest clinical trials.
Researchers working to find a cure.
And nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
We're back, Shore Show. Pat O'Melia, boardwalk in Seaside Heights. Beautiful day, as it usually is when you're on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights. Now, my guest is the mayor of Seaside Heights, my buddy, Tony Vaz, mayor.
Pat, it's great to see you in person.
Well, I tell you,
thank you.
It's good. We got some people walking by the stage here. We're right on the boardwalk in Seaside. We lost a year last year. We're back, and you're back full bore. I mean, it is perfect on the boardwalk here.
The weather has been with us for the most part. We had a couple of washout weekends, Memorial Day, but we've had great clientele come down. They're enjoying themselves. Our beaches are clean. Our people are having a good time. Our rides, and as you indicated, new ventures have been opened, restaurants, arcades, cabana club, as you mentioned, all new things. Rides on the boardwalk, several new rides. So the town is really moving along in the right direction. We're a family destination. And I just want to give you an example. I went last night and we had a program, a free program for children. And it was called Beauty and the Heroes. And I went up just to participate as the mayor and show my respect. It was gloomy and doom because of the weather. When I saw the amount of people that came, I was pleasantly surprised. We had over 200 people for this show. And the show was the kind of show that you'd want to bring your family to. We had children from 3 years old to 8, 9 years old, sitting, participating with the actors, and that's what we're looking for. And we saw grandma and grandpa, daddy and mommy, and whoever, and that's what the clientele that we're getting. Nice families.
Well, that's the emphasis you put in since you became the mayor, going back to the family values.
And like I said, I'm very happy what I saw last night. I was kind of like, oh, it's going to be blue, nobody's going to show up. I'm glad I was wrong, because they did show up.
You have a lot of events planned for a whole year. You just had Tiffany up here.
We had Tiffany up here. Excellent. And a good turnout. We had Thomas Jefferson. We had a number of others. Tomorrow we'll have our first beach concert, Captain Jack's Billy Joel, and that'll be on the beach. Friday night on this particular stage, we'll have Broadway Meets the Shore, where we have entertainers coming from Manhattan, and they perform several of their selections that they do at the shows, which will be reopening in September. So it's a good venue, again, clientele, family directed, quality of life.
And it's working. You got the family. You see the baby stroller. You see mom and dad here with the
just
kids.
This morning, it's early morning, and we're seeing mom and dad and the babies.
Well, you got a lot of new on the boardwalk. You got a lot of new businesses. You got PJ's over here
PJ moved.
now.
They're doing fantastic. I've been there several times. Again, highly recommended. Good cuisine, courteous service, and respect.
Well, he was on the boulevard for years.
He was on the boulevard for years, and this gives him a better ambiance to more business, obviously, at this time, and gives him a bigger facility.
And over down on the the southern end, you got the, I don't know, I used to call them cabanas. I don't want to call them cabanas now, but we actually have a cabana
We call them kiosks.
Kiosks.
And we've got a different venue. You got fries, you got mac and cheese, and you got the fish place. And again, new, exciting, getting good reports on their participation. So it makes me very happy, the success that they're having.
Well, I tell you, it shows the faith people have in Seaside Heights going forward. Now, we just came off, there's always something with Seaside Heights, whether it's a storm, whether it's a fire, there's a pandemic, we're waiting for the asteroid. But people have long-term faith in Seaside Heights. They're investing money, they're going into business here.
Every street that you drive on in Seaside Heights, there's construction. A lot of single family homes. Good morning. Thank you. You're seeing new construction. You're seeing people moving here full time, or those that owned homes that were working remotely from here during the pandemic are now staying. That's a good sign of a year-round community. So we're going to base our focus too on how we can develop the community on a year-round.
Now, you put a lot of emphasis on the boardwalk since you've been mayor, and now you're putting emphasis on the boulevard.
On the boulevard. I believe in the next 6 weeks, this is my belief, it's in the hands of the legal people. I think the steel structure will be down. It's already allocated to a developer. They're going to put up a building that will house retail, parking, condominium style living. Bamboo Bar is going to be torn down. Again, these are places that have been, for no better word, problems to our community. They'll change hands now with new. So I visualize the Boulevard in a 5-year, 10-year period to be a completely walking boulevard.
I'll tell you what, we got to break for commercial and we'll pick up on the boulevard because there's a lot of opportunities for investment on the boulevard here. You're watching The Shore Show. We'll be right back.
Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back, Shore Show, Pat O'Melia, Seaside Heights Boardwalk, where you should be. Back to my guest, the mayor of Seaside Heights, Tony Boz. Tony, before the commercial, we were talking about the future of the boulevard.
I believe in 5 to 10 years from now, we're going to see a complete redevelopment of the complete boulevard. You're going to see starting this calendar year, 2021, and 2022 and 2023, construction being at different areas. But we're going to have a boulevard that's a walking boulevard so that families or partners, individuals can walk the street, feel safe, and have a variety of other opportunities other than the boardwalk. We're not throwing them off the boardwalk to give them enhanced their vacation time. We're also looking at these establishments that are being erected to look at a year-round community. People of older age that are now retired that say, you know what, I want to move out of the cities, or I want to move to a less populated community. Like this, we'll open our operation 24 hours a day in Seaside Heights, 7 days a week. Instead of us going to neighboring communities for restaurants in winter or breakfast, we'll have it in our own community. So it'll be like a living in a community that you need not go anywhere. This brings in professionals too. By having a year-round community, you build up professionals, nurses, doctors, attorneys, architects. These are people that will come in, rent or buy, and service the community because it's growing with patients, people that are interested in building or remodeling. So it brings us a different flavor to a year-round community.
Well, you could see it beginning.
Yes.
You could see it's starting now. Now, what are you looking for? You want condominiums? You want rentals? You want full-time on the boulevard?
It's going to be a variety. The developers that I've spoken to that are very interested in buying have a variety of suggestions. Some have said we'd rather have condominiums, have condominium associations, have an indoor pool for our winter people and so forth, have a restaurant or a beauty salon or a coffee shop on the bottom, parking in the facility so they don't have to go off-street parking. What we're looking for is people that will be around most of the year.
Year-round?
Year-round. Now, a couple of them said we're going to run, a couple of developers that are, we'd like to run hotels, and that's great. That's not a problem. You can run a hotel because in the future, and the future is coming very quickly, we may have a small convention center in Seaside Heights. It may be small, but we may have one. And that we can bring in groups of small organizations, maybe 1,000, 1,500 people. And they have, and that's a future vision. And maybe even larger. And they can have the accommodations in the winter of staying here in a nice hotel and so forth. And that's a vision.
Well, the pandemic, in a sense, kind of helped us because people stayed here year-round, and they realized you can do that. And right over the bridge, Tom's River, and you go out to Ocean County there. So you're in Seaside Heights, and right over the bridge is Tom's River, the big city.
Yeah.
You got small city life here, big city life over there.
What I've seen from the pandemic, I've met new people that have been taxpayers here for years, but you don't meet them because they're summer people, and you don't meet them all. But by staying here because of remote working, they stayed here instead of their resident and domain where they came from. They're staying now, and they're hoping that they don't have to go back to the industry. They rather do it from here, and they're enjoying it.
Yeah, they didn't realize you could live here year-round.
And they enjoyed it. And one of the things they mentioned, and I'm mentioning it to you, is, we don't have a lot of things open in the winter. And that's true, we don't. We don't have a lot of breakfast places or dinner places.
Well, you build up the population.
You build up the population, the businessmen will see it, and they'll invest.
Well, when you were a kid here in Seaside Heights, this was 12 months a year. There were gas stations, there were pharmacies,
we had gas
all that.
stations, we had a beauty salon, and we had many, a shoemaker, personalized drugstore, person to person. Now we have CVS and no complaints. But in those days, the pharmacist knew you, knew who you were, knew what medication, and there was an established friendship. But unfortunately, times change, people pass away, people sell and move, the town changed. And we saw that change.
You were in tourism.
Probably we saw that change in the early 80s.
Before I let you go, got to talk a little bit about the pavilion.
The pavilion came out very, very nice. Obviously, the merry-go-round is not there yet.
Well, that's next year.
That's next year. But the pavilion itself is going to house a museum, which will be next year. We will have that next year. The merry-go-round is another story. We may not have it in 2022.
But it's coming.
It's coming. What we're using the pavilion for now, since it's empty, for shows.
We had Tiffany in there.
We had Tiffany in there last night, and we had Thomas Jefferson in there. And last night we had Beauty and the Heroes. And again, we're going to use it for performances that have a smaller crowd population, but indoors, weather permitting, that you can't do it here on a stage. If it's a small venue, we can bring them down there. So it's working.
Right. You got to go back and run this town.
Yeah, I'm going right back
Continue to do
right
the
now.
good job. You're watching the Shore Show. My guest, Tony Bozzi's going back to Town Hall, and we'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
We're back. You're watching the Shore Show. I'm on the boardwalk here in Seaside Heights. You can't go wrong. It's the way you want to spend your day. And my guest is the mayor of Toms River, my buddy, Mo Hill. Mayor, welcome to the show.
Thank you. You should have told me to bring a hat, though.
Well, you can buy one.
I'm going to be sunburned after this.
Oh. I was looking forward. I haven't worn this since the last time I taped up here.
You at least have hair.
I don't have much.
I'm follically challenged up there.
But you know, on Seaside Heights on the boardwalk, there are many places you can go buy one of these overpriced hats, but it's like a souvenir. How you doing?
Good, good.
You look good.
Thank you. I feel good. Everything's
You
going
got
well.
being the mayor down now. You've been the mayor, what, 2 years?
Well, it's been a challenge. You know, I took office, and then roughly about 2 to 3 months in, we got hit with the COVID shutdown, and we've done well. We've done a lot. Fine. We've done well though. We kind of adjusted on the fly. We went and we had a furlough arrangement with some of our unions. They were able to collect unemployment for 2 months, so that saved us about $900,000 in salaries. We've cut a number of positions, which saved us about another $1.2 million, and then we renegotiated our retirement health benefits, and that saved about $2 million. I mean, the same program, but they went with United Health, I believe, so it saved us money there. So we were able to come in this year with a zero increase in taxes, and I think that's pretty good.
Always welcome.
Well, considering everything from the COVID, we lost money on our golf course because it was shut down. We lost our ice rink revenues, and we were able to strategically work around those areas. I will tell you that all the revenues are up, both building, construction. The golf course is doing great. Our ice rink is showing a positive, and with the Ocean Ice Palace closing, we may be the only ice rink in Ocean County now.
Well, you got people coming back again.
Yeah.
You know, we're here in Seaside
did.
Heights, which is kind of an economic engine for Toms River. As people come down 37
Absolutely.
and through 35, they're coming through Toms River.
Absolutely.
And they're stopping. You could start seeing some activity on 37. There's some stores opening.
Yep.
They have an old gas station. I noticed they painted the roof on, and they put some siding on, some fake rock siding. Something's coming. I'm not sure what that is. You got the 24-hour deli coming with that Farms Deli, is it?
Yeah,
there's activity starting to happen on 37.
There is.
The
There's
pandemic
motivation.
is in your rearview mirror. And
Yes.
just to keep you on your feet, you got hit with the 13 million. And now you're up with the SEBA. I have it all before you.
I'll tell you the problem.
How much more money you need to save now?
The problem that I have with that is that there was pollution from that site, and I think that the settlement was extreme. They were saying that the property had no value. Right now, they've got a $25 million solar farm being constructed there. So to tell us and argue in court that it was worthless property is not being honest. And there was value to the property, and we see that now with the solar farm. We had approached them about getting some of the energy generated from that, since it was in Toms River. Would they be able to give us some? And they had already sold that to other entities. So we're getting none of the power from that. And they're getting the revenue based on the fact that they've got a $25 million solar farm.
Well, that was all before your time, so.
Yeah, that's the largest one in the state, I believe.
I was showing some of the guys yesterday the picture of the solar farm.
Yeah.
It is huge.
It's huge, and it covers property that you couldn't have built on, but there's other buildable property out there. So to argue in court that it's doesn't have any value or it has limited value wasn't accurate.
Is there a possibility you sit down with BASF, is it, and try to work something out?
Well, they've reached out to us. I'm not real happy to have to pay them $18 million, but they've got property that can be developed off of 37. Probably be some type of a highway business, or maybe you've got a storage facility or something.
Some way you can lighten up that bite somehow, because BASF, they're a billion-dollar corporation. You know, Jersey City. It's amazing. Whatever happens in Jersey City actually relates to Toms River. They had the same thing with Honeywell.
Yeah.
And it worked out for Jersey City, so there's always another negotiation.
There's an opportunity for commercial development out there. We'll see what direction it goes, but there's property out there that I think can be utilized. And you're right, the revenue from that and the rateable will offset some of what we're paying. But I would like to not have had to pay that.
You got a lot of positive activity going on at Toms River, but we'll pick that up after the commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. My guest is Toms River Show. I'm in the wrong show. You're watching the Shore Show. My guest is the mayor of Toms River, and we'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
A brand new truck isn't just a brand new truck when it's tough enough to have best-in-class available payload and smart enough to know that a cab can also be an office. A truck equipped with best-in-class available towing that asks, why can't all that power more than just this truck? No, your brand new truck isn't just a brand new truck when it's the all-new F-150. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care.
The latest clinical trials.
Researchers working to find a cure.
And nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to newportnj.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Shore Show on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights, where you should be. My guest is still the mayor of Toms River, Mo Hill. You got some beaches in Toms River. You got Ortley Beach.
We've got Ortley and the North Beaches. Now we sustained damage in the February storm. It was a 4-day nor'easter. It took away some of our dunes. The good news is the dunes did what they were supposed to. If you remember in the past, when we didn't have the dunes, the water would be all the way up onto Ocean Ave. So it worked. However, we had to rebuild those dunes. We met with the Army Corps of Engineers in a meeting in Manahawkin with Congressman Kim, and they said they will be back next year. Now, they said that they did a uniform beach build all the way down from Manasquan down to Barnegat, and they knew there were going to be spots that would take more of a beating than others. Manahawkin, to a little extent, Bayhead got hit very hard. Toms River, Ortley Beach got hit very hard. So they're going to come back next year and they'll rebuild the beaches. I'm assuming they'll build them longer and a little bit higher so that they don't get to the dune. Now, that's for next year. This year, we had to rebuild the dune. So we were doing that in early May in anticipation of Memorial Day, only to get hit with another northeaster after we had already built the dune back. So we had to bring more sand in. We got it all ship-shape for Memorial Day, though we did. I have to salute the Public Works, our Buildings and Grounds folks.
Keep the fingers crossed.
They pulled out all
nor'easters.
stops. What?
Keep your fingers crossed. No more nor'easters.
Well, hopefully no more nor'easters. But we just had a storm over the weekend, but we weathered it pretty well. The beaches are narrower than they were a year ago, but they're going to be back next year. So hopefully we'll be able to build them bigger and better next year.
So when we visit the beach in Ortley, should we stop by Seaside Heights, pick up a bucket of sand, and come on over?
Anything you can do to contribute would be fine. Just dump it at the dune level. We'll move it around.
Well, didn't the guy from the Sierra Club, my buddy Tittle, actually say it makes no sense to keep rebuilding the beaches? Well, he doesn't live here.
You're always fighting Mother Nature. There's no question about it. I mean, the nice thing is with the dune and beach replenishment. The Army Corps of Engineers is like a 50-year insurance plan. They're going to come back every 4 to 5 years and touch up the areas that have taken some beating. So it's going to protect us. We have a lot of valuable property on the Barrier Island. Those homes are very, they're large homes. They rebuilt after Sandy. A lot of them were 1 story. They're now up 2-3 stories with 4 bedrooms, maybe 5 bedrooms. So there's a lot. They've invested a lot in their homes. We want to protect that investment.
This isn't new to Ortley. It happened for decades.
It happens to the shoreline all up and down the East Coast.
But you've taken some actions. Aren't you raising the streets and the sidewalks?
Yes, yes, that's a project. Our engineer, Bob Chankalian, has gotten a number of grants through the state to elevate the roadways. And we found that that's the most effective way of cutting down the flooding. Because you elevate, the runoff then goes to the drains. And
I got to talk to Tony Vods about that, because when my kids' house is in Seaside Heights, we're between the bay and the ocean. When you come over the bridge, there's like a little lake Seaside over there when it rains hard. And that's coming from the bay. It comes up through the sewer.
There are going to be some storms that drop a lot of water that no matter what you do, you're going to get it. But these street elevations have proved to be successful. The problem, we were using flapper valves. The problem is, as the bay raises, the flapper shuts off. And so, because you're getting a backflow, now the water from the street doesn't drain out. So the best thing is to raise the street, and then that way it'll drain out.
I know Joe Picari, he was talking about the raising the streets and how the county was getting involved. They're talking about raising the pipes down here in Seaside Heights further up so that Barnegat Bay doesn't come back through.
Well, there's a number of engineering challenges, as you know, with some raising in the bay, with the levels in the bay and the ocean action. But we're doing the best we can to adjust that.
In the long run, it'll work.
Yeah.
But you got Ortley in good shape. You got your
northern beaches are in good shape. Our pool is doing well.
You got the surf club. Is it the surf club?
Surf club is moving along. We've cleared the legal hurdles. Right now, the only hang up is the The deeds have to go back 100 years, so the county has to search back 100 years. Some of those deeds are in paper form; they're not digitized, so that's slowing the process. And the deed room, because of COVID, it had limited access, so that's on track. It's moving along a little slower than we'd like, and they're doing a phase 2 environmental on one of the properties that we have. But again, that should be addressed pretty soon. So we're looking to close that out. I'd like to see it close out in the fall, but we've got plans in place till December 31st. So I think it'll happen this year.
Well, you got Tom's River moving forward. That is certain.
Yeah, I think we do.
You're doing a good job.
I'm pleased with the direction we're headed. We're addressing the citizens' concerns. I get a lot of emails at town hall, and we're pretty aggressive in addressing those for the residents. So I like when we can close the loop on an issue and get back to the resident and say, look, here's what we've done. We've addressed your problem. And I think, we're getting a lot of positive feedback.
All right,
So
I'm going
I
to
think
send
we're
you
doing
back
well.
to town hall now.
Okay.
We're done. All right.
Sounds
You're
good.
watching the Shore Show?
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.